It is my great pleasure to welcome Shankar Mahadevan. The man doesn't need any introduction. He is a rock star from India, a great musician. He is a music director with the other two guys, Shankar, Ehsan and Loy. And they have done some great movies. Tari Zameen Par was one very hit, Kal Ho Na Ho, and the recent hit, My Name is Khan. Shankar, it's a true pleasure to welcome you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What I want to ask you, Shankar, is, off the bat, let's talk about your academy. You've been a singer, a musician. You've inspired, a whole generation of Indians. What made you start the academy?
Technology always fascinates me. And as you know, even while doing our music, we use a lot of technology. And I always had this idea of, the perfect marriage of technology with the art form. That is music or singing or any form of music. I always wanted to teach because I have learned a lot in so many years, and it's time. I always thought that it's time to give it back to the people who love my music and who want to learn. I came across certain people who were my engineering classmates. I was also an engineer, and I came across certain people who are technologically very advanced, and I put this idea to them where we have to form this music academy online, where we marry technology and music. And we formed this academy. We tried it out with various pilots and pre-pilots, pilots, and running test courses for various months, and it worked beautifully. Where it's the first of its kind, where there is a structured curriculum which teaches you Indian classical music online. You can learn it at your pace, the way you want it, inside your house.
And it's in real time. You actually have teachers sitting across the ocean in India, and the students are here or could be anywhere in the world.
Yeah, two aspects of learning we have incorporated in that. One is a digital textbook which is available to you 24/7. It's called the Om Book or the Online Music Book, and that we have pre-shot videos of artists, eminent artists singing in that, and there's notations available. There is theory and very, very self-learning, self-explanatory videos are there. That is a non-interactive online music book. And the other one is the virtual class, which actually happens by teachers teaching from India and the students over here in the US learning online on time, which is at a specified time. So it's like going to any school.
Since we're talking about entrepreneurship, and we are here at the hub of entrepreneurship in the world, Silicon Valley, and people around the world come here, achieve great success in terms of entrepreneurship. And so have Indians. They have achieved great status, great name. What I want to ask you is, when you go back to India, you have this huge, percentage of youth, okay, that represents the 21st century India. They're gung-ho, always inspired. They're different from, I think, even your or my generation, going back to our parents' generation.
Absolutely.
What difference do you see if you reflect back to your age when you were in your teens and early 20s and the young generation that you see now?
Well, there's a marked difference, because I think the new generation right now is much more bold, now much more adventurous, much more willing to try out something which is a call of the heart, and trying to follow their passion. We were a little conservative. We followed our passion, but a little later. I did my engineering, finished my graduation, worked for about 8 months, and then took up my passion, which was deep down in my heart. Whereas my son, he's very clear that he wants to do music now, and after the 12th standard, he's going straight to Berklee School of Music to learn music. So they are very clear, they are very intelligent, highly intelligent, and they've got a choice of things which they know for a fact that if they work hard, if they focus on what they are doing, as much as they would focus if they would study for a doctor's exam or an engineering exam, they would achieve success.
When we grow up in India, we grow up with movies and songs. That's something that inspires us, that's something that soothes us, that's something that makes us cry and laugh. When the young generation looks at this medium, they're still inspired by people like you and others in this young generation. What I wanted to ask you is, how much do you think that music really inspires, re-energizes, and relates to a human being in terms of his own individual achievements?
I think music is a tremendously powerful tool which it rejuvenates people. It just gives you energy. It can make you laugh, it can make you cry, it can make you win a World Cup. like the song that I did, De Gumake for India. I mean, people sang it, and I'm sure that it's got some little role in India winning that cup, because it really drives your enthusiasm. You know, there are, whenever you hear the national anthem, or when you hear a song like Vande Mataram for that matter, really your hair stands. Why? Because it's communicating to you. So I think music is a very powerful tool which can really encourage people. It can make you take a particular direction and reach your goal. So it is that powerful.
You know, you just leading me to my next question, which I was going to come to about the World Cup. Can't tell enough about the happiness, the excitement we have for winning the World Cup. But you had a song going on there, and the whole country was singing it before and after winning it. So I think you're right in terms of energizing the whole country. I think before taking the next question, I would request you to play that, at least sing rather.
Oh yeah,
one line from that.
The song is called De Gumake, and it goes, Jio Khiladi Vahe Vahe, Ere Pere De Gumake Are Pare De Gumake Gutti Guttam De Gumake Archan Kharchan De Gumake Uda Hosla Badal Faisla Bada le tu bindaaz khafila khel jamale कसम उठा ले बजा के चुटकी धूल चटा ले देख घुमा के घुमा के घुमा के घुमा के देख घुमा के जियो खिलाड़ी वाहे वाहे.
Thank you very much for that. Coming back to entrepreneurship, this is a new role, like I said. Of course, you're an artist, but you'll be teaching the kids around the world. You know, what really inspires me is here in Silicon Valley, Indians have come, just like you and me, have achieved tremendous success because of technology, and they're very driven, very focused, yet they're very humble. It's something that is in our roots, I think. But when you look around other parts of the world, including India now, which is showing so much economic prosperity, I don't see the humility as much. Is it because this is the first generation that's going to really see the economic prosperity, or think it will come later, or you think, no, something has to be instilled in the youngsters to, focus on their roots, on their morals, on their values, society, then also, go for the economic prosperity?
There are people who become successful, but they don't know how to sustain their success, or there are people who become successful overnight and they don't know how to deal with their success. So I think it's a matter of how you achieve success, and after that sustain it, at the same time be a wonderful human being.
Taking it back to the culture part, there was a hit movie that came out a couple of years back, Tare Zameen Par. I think it related to so many parents around the world, and I literally saw mothers crying for that song. Before I ask the question, let me hear that sample.
मैं कभी बतलाता नहीं, पर अंधेरे से डरता हूँ मैं, तुझे सब है पता है ना माँ, तुझे सब है पता मेरी माँ.
Thank you. The emotions and that human beings relate to, I think it's a lot more, because I'm from India, so I feel that way, because like we said, we grew up through the medium of movies. But so is this in other parts of the world. You have stars here who just make people do amazing things when they're doing a concert. How do you think artists like you can help tap that energy and help them go towards creativity, which is a medium other than movies or songs? It could help people energize and do great things in science and technology, in art. It could do numerous things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get your perspective on that.
See, songs like these, they go beyond the movie that we have sung. I know it was for a film called Tare Zameen Par, but this song called Ma is gone beyond the movie. It relates to anybody who's got a mother and got a feeling for his mother. So I'm sure that whether you're a scientist or whether you're a carpenter or you're a technician somewhere, the song relates to you in your own field and it affects you. And similarly, if you have a happy song that goes, "Koi kahe kehta rahe, hum hai naye to andaz kyun ho purana," when that energizes you, and it says that "hum hai naye to andaz kyun ho purana," when it says, so it is applicable to any person, maybe a NASA scientist or maybe anybody. He will see to it that it reflects his own path, and he changes stuff, and he works hard towards his goals.
I'm coming back to your versatility as a singer, as a composer, and as a star on the stage. Wanted a quick sample, if you can, help us share that insight, because you have lyricists like Javed Akhtar, who writes great songs. Then you come into play as a musician. Then you also sing. So the talmel, if I may use that, was a lack of better phrase. What goes into this, if you can wrap it up in a minute or so?
Well, see, we are like painters, We are in the morning we are given an empty canvas, and we are given a palette full of colors and say paint, and then we try out the orange. Then the orange is too dark, so let's try out a lemon yellow. Then we try out a lemon yellow in combination with the blue, and then we try out various colors, various forms, and by the end of the day the painting is ready, which is a combination of various colors, the feel, the theme, which is the lyrics, the singing, the melody, all put together. The painting is ready. So we are creators actually. We create songs out of nothing. So that's how it works. So the lyricist puts in a little bit of his input, we put in a melodic input, maybe a guitar line just triggers something, and it's absolutely like cooking a dish. Maybe you just have your raw ingredients, you put little by little in correct proportions, then you taste it and you see you get the perfect dish.
Coming to the inspiration part, you've been an engineer, you're into music, you're a singer. Now that you're trying to teach this to other people who may not be all trying to become professional singers, but like you just said to the audience here, that you have to sing in your own voice, in your own tone, in your own pitch. You don't have to. It's good to emulate other people. You don't have to exactly copy that. So, what are your thoughts on people who are looking forward to learning from you or learning song in general? What would be your advice to them?
Well, my advice is we have this serious curriculum that we have developed, which is a combination of learning serious music, but not in a serious fashion, with a lot of fun, with a lot of examples, with a lot of practical ways in which you can approach the subject. And along with that, also we have hobby singing courses where people who just want to sing for the joy of for the pleasure of singing. We have simple songs which are there, which they can learn and enjoy the feeling of singing. So this is the method that we have adopted, and I'm sure that the people who need not want to become pandits in their life, they want to just sing simple songs, courses are there for that also. If you want to learn serious music, there are courses for that also.
My last question is two-part. One is, what inspired you to get into singing and music? And two, what keeps you going?
Well, I don't think anything, it was too early for me to get inspiration from anything before I started singing, because I started singing at a very, very young age. But when I was about 4 years old, I had already started singing. So I think it was God's grace to begin with. And I think the only thing that keeps me going is my family, my wife, my children, just the joy of being with them, and the happiness that they give me is the ultimate thing for me that keeps me going.
Final request, in conclusion, I would request you to sing one line from the famous movie My Name is Khan.
Yeah. ओ अब जा लुट जाए ये जहां छूट जाए, संग प्यार रहे मैं रहूं ना रहूं, सजदा तेरा सजदा, दिन रैन करूं ना ही चैन करूं.
Shankar, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.